Hello, friends. A very good afternoon to all of you today. I'm Saru Jindal and I work in the education department with Aussizz Group. Today, with me, I have a very special guest, Miss Venus from Swinburne University of Technology, and she will be discussing the upcoming courses, the top courses with Swinburne, and also the upcoming intake, which is the August intake with them. So, thank you, Venus, for joining us today. She is the regional manager with Swinburne University of Technology, and she'll be covering the major courses. And also, please stay tuned for the special scholarships which Swinburne has because they are known for their technology and STEM courses and they have really good, excellent scholarships. So, guys, if you are looking to apply for scholarships, especially with IT, engineering courses, then definitely you should stay tuned and look into those scholarships now. Thank you, Venus, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for your introduction, Saru, and thank you for the opportunity from the Aussizz Group Australia for inviting me and Swinburne University to present to you all today. As Saru mentioned, my name is Venus Liao. I'm the Regional Manager for Australia and Oceania here at Swinburne University, and we're really glad to welcome you here from online today. So before I start my presentation, I'll share my screen with you. Just to double check, you can see my screen, can you?
Just a second.
And I'll put it
Yes,
slideshow. Yeah, and you are looking at the slideshow.
Yes.
Full screen. Okay. All right, before I start, I'd like to acknowledge the country. I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation who are the traditional owners of the land, excuse me, on which we now present here from. And we would like to pay our respects to the elderly from past, present, and emerging. And I'm hoping the path towards reconciliation will continue to be shared and embraced. So I'm sure you're not unfamiliar with who Swinburne University is. Swinburne University is a STEM-focused university, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We're based in Melbourne, Australia, and it was founded in 1908. For over 100 years, Swinburne has been creating students and graduates who lead the world in which they study, work, and live. Students extend their learning beyond classroom to enhance their qualification and prepare themselves for their careers. We have about 50,000 students enrolling across 3 campuses here in Melbourne, across 3 campuses including main campus in Hawthorn and our 2 other campuses in Wanchurna and Croydon. From 2021, we are telling everybody, the world, that we provide guaranteed industry experience to all of our undergraduate degrees. And some of them will be included in the postgraduate degrees, which I'll be covering in more details in my following slides. Swinburne University is also Australia's first Adobe campus, which means you are able to access to Adobe Creative Cloud as part of your degree, especially if you're pursuing into courses or degrees such as media and communication or digital advertising technology. You do have full and comprehensive access into the Adobe Creative Cloud with no extra cost, and you're able to obtain the Adobe accreditation certificate at the end of the course as well without additional charge. Swinburne University is highly ranked in design as well. Although we are very strong in STEM, but we are also highly famous in design, being one of the top design schools in Melbourne. We have our own space technology in our AI hub, right in the heart of Hawthorn campus in Melbourne, Australia. Swinburne University is also part of the national, meaning referring to Australia, transforming the whole nation from electricity to computer to AI with our Industry 4.0 center also right in the heart of Hawthorn campus in Melbourne. And our industry partners are famous. Just to name a couple of them, including Siemens, LinkedIn, Adobe, Amazon, Bosch, CSIRO, Cisco, Peter Mac Cancer Center, Facebook, Tableau, IBM, and more, which means we are able to provide our students, both in domestic and international students, an experience that's world-class, and that will provide you a platform to start your career right after you finish your degree with us. You probably have also heard about a professional degree with Swinburne University. It provides a 12-month full-time, fully paid professional internship as part of the degree. Once you enroll into the professional degree, you could guarantee a job offer will be upon your graduation. Swinburne University is also known as one of the best film and video production school in the world. In some cases, we have more awards than academies from the US. And Swinburne University is also a dual sector university in Australia, meaning we have our own TAFE, providing pathway programs from ELICOS to foundation year program, Unilink diploma, TAFE diploma, all the way up to higher education, including undergrad, postgrad, research, PhD. We also have our own study abroad center, providing our students opportunities for overseas exchange and study abroad experiences. So where is Swinburne University located exactly? We are located in Hawthorn, eastern suburb of Melbourne, about 10 minutes away from Melbourne CBD. To be exactly, about 10 minutes away from Flinders Street Station to Glen Ferry Station. That's our campus station, or about 10 minutes the same from Melbourne Central Station to Glen Ferry Station. So it is actually quite a decent distance, provides our students a very lovely study environment. At the same time, we don't put our students study inside only a building, but our students won't be too much distracted from a hustle and bustle CBD environment. If you choose to stay with one of our student accommodation, Swinburne Residence is on campus, also on Hawthorn campus, with the price ranging from $268 to $384 per week, depending on the type of room you stay with us. Obviously, the more you pay, you get to stay in a studio department, you get to have your own amenities, your own kitchen, bathrooms, and small living room. But if you choose to stay with your friends, then you could choose up to 4 shared bedroom with common amenity areas. So I'll guarantee real industry experience, or that's what some people call a WIL, work integrated learning. What is actually called WIL? So we provide the opportunity of the professional placement or the internship or even the internship projects or even overseas internship opportunity to students of Swinburne University throughout whole degrees. Basically, it gives students real skills, real knowledge, and real experience that translate in industry. And we help to build students' confidence and connect our students to their career a lot faster. So basically, we will provide the position and the company on the database, which all students of Swinburne can access to. And obviously, students will select their relevant or preferred positions from companies, and we will have a team to help our students prepare for CV, also putting applications, going through interview process, and finally landed on the job. So that will be the whole hand-holding process provided by the university. And while a lot of other universities also mention that there will opportunities embedded into the degree, none of them, like Swinburne University, can provide a guarantee will, a real industry experience in nice study areas. So that's why we are doing quite different with other universities. So why would a student want to do well? Basically, it gives the student a competitive edge, a better looking CV. We know a lot of international students trying to find their first job once they finish the degree or graduating from a university here in Australia. But a lot of time they've been asked if they are a permanent residency holder, no, or if they have had any work experience in Australia prior to that, usually the answer is no. But with the work integrated learning option embedded into Swinburne degree, we are able to help the student passing that hurdle and starting in their career very smoothly. We also help our students develop professional knowledge, skills, and attributes. We help to build professional networks and career connections while they're doing their degrees with Swinburne University. And we help our students to explore career options in advance in a tangible way. Students are able to see what theory looks like in practice, and they definitely will build up their confidence along the way. So these are some of the examples of the real industry experience we provided for our students. In this case, professional placements are provided under the professional degree, which means students are able to work 1 year full-time and fully paid at the position with the industry partner of Swinburne University, and students will be getting a mentor during that 1 year. So basically the mentor will write a report. The report will help the student to come back to claim the units from the degree. So it's like they're studying full-time at a workplace during that 1 year. And the most beautiful place is they do get paid sometimes up to 60K per year for a position in engineering, about 45K to 50K a year for a position in IT or computer science related position. Internships, it's a bit different from the professional placement. So it ranges between 120 to 140 hours during the degree. And obviously, while you do internships, you can claim back your credits. So depending on the hours of your internship, then we will decide the credits that you are able to claim. Again, you will be provided and guided by the university as well. Some of the degrees or courses included the industry-linked projects. In this case, the duration is varied, but students are able to claim credits and will be able to build up their connection with our industry partner as well during their degree. They will be supervised by their lecturers. In other cases, we do have accreditation placements in various of study areas. For example, education, including early childhood, primary education, and also secondary education. Swinburne University provides our students the placement in a workplace for up to 80 days. Student will get one mentor teacher along the way during that period of placement. Students will enroll into engineering, whether it's undergrad or postgrad, will also be provided up to 12 weeks of placement in a workplace, and they will be supervised by the unit convener. Students who are doing the Bachelor of Law degree will also do 3 sets of 20 days experiences. For Bachelor of Nursing, students are required to complete minimum 800 hours of placement provided by Swinburne University, and they will be supervised by their clinical educator. And for exercise and sports science, we'll be doing 140 hours in year 3 in a workplace supervised by qualified ESS supervisor. All right, so with our professional degrees, they are available in 7 study areas, including our Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Computer Science, Bachelor of Engineering Honors, Professional, and Bachelor of Health Science, Bachelor of Media and Communication, and also Bachelor of Science. The course duration is 1 year extra than the standard bachelor degree. So 4 years will be the duration for professional degree, and it will be for 5 years for the engineering honors professional degree, given that the standard engineering honors degree is already 4 years. So that extra 1 year basically just allow a student to complete their 1 year full-time, fully paid placement. In case of students that may be studying overseas while the borders remain closed in Australia, due to the impact of COVID-19, Swinburne University has been really innovative. We have also began launching our overseas study tools and also overseas international internship as well. So helping those students while they're completing the units online, they are able to apply for overseas international internships, so they get to work physically in the company in their same country, or if they want to trial or taking up their international internship outside of their home country, that is also possible. So if you are interested, if you are currently studying with Swinburne University, I will suggest you to contact the Study Abroad Center for further information.
Hi, Venus. Just interrupting you because I had a quick question in regards to the virtual internships. I mean, the internship options you have shared is amazing for students, especially the students, when they're studying virtually, and the option of virtual internship is amazing. So with Swinburne University, does the university provide help in countries outside Australia in helping with these internship options, or the students choose these options by themselves?
So students, they will need to contact, firstly, they will need to be a current student with Swinburne.
Yes.
And if they are interested in options like this, they will need to contact Study Abroad Center. And there will be some application guidelines and also requirements. Some of the internships are available in certain study areas where others are not. So students will need to first contact their Swinburne University to find out the opportunity. So basically, Swinburne is working with a third-party provider from overseas to source all the positions in companies, and we could place our students in suitable roles in a suitable country. So there is a range of application process that students will need to go through. We don't suggest them to source their own and come back to us, because that will make the process a bit complicated. So the easiest way is to contact Swinburne University first to show your interest.
Thank you for that answer, Venus, because I think this option is really helping out international students who are stuck overseas and cannot travel back to Australia. At least they have this option, and this way they can complete the internship part as well of their degree. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, it's a very good opportunity to do something meaningful while you are away from Australia. Okay, I'm going to move on to my next slide. So Swinburne University is a dual sector university. You don't see a lot of dual sector university in Melbourne. So Swinburne is one of that, meaning that we provide course entries from various levels, from low to high, also including our own Study Abroad Center. So basically, Swinburne University provides all students a lifetime study destination and options. In terms of our study areas, because we are one of the leading universities in Victoria, also in Australia, so we are covering most of the popular study areas that we know international students are intended to study, including AI, IT, big data, business programs such as management, marketing, finance, or economics, you name it, and STEM programs including science, technology, engineering, math, health science, also nursing degree, arts and design, film and TV. As I mentioned, we are one of the best video and TV production school in the world. We also provide education programs including early childhood education, primary education, up to secondary education as well. We also offer aviation and piloting program, games and interactivity programs, media and communication. We are one of the major partners with Disney for our media and communication degree. Also psychology, criminology, and justice in our law degree. So really we cover quite a large range of study options and areas that you can choose from. And the beauty of doing your bachelor degree with us at Swinburne University is from first year, you not necessarily have to fix your major with your degree. So you could get to experience the core units first in the first year, and you get to understand what your strength and also your weaknesses are before you're choosing your major starting from semester 1 in year 2. So that gives our student a large and really great flexibility to experience and taste first before making a decision. So I'm going to cover some of the popular study areas today. I think we're going to do 3. So starting from health science, we're going to be covering engineering and also IT. I'll also be sharing with you students' testimonial from their professional placement, including what they did, where they did it, and also how much they get paid and where are they now. So to start off, I'm going to cover the information for health science at Swinburne University. So with Swinburne University, there are 3 schools, not 3 departments under the School of Health Sciences, I should say that, including the Department of Health Sciences and Biostatistics, and also Department of Nursing and Allied Health, and the Department of Psychological Sciences. So these are the course options that you can find under the Department of Health Science and Biostatistics. And there are majors that you can choose from under each bachelor degree. So as you can see, health science is available in the standard bachelor degree 3 years, and also the professional degree 4 years, and some of the double degrees with arts, media and communication, science, and also business with health science. Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science also sits under the Department of Health Science and Biostatistics. And then you will see Bachelor of Nursing, that's one of the most popular programs with Swinburne University, and it only offers semester 1 intake. The application has already started for 2022 intake, so if you are interested, please contact Saru or the team at Aussizz Group and to begin your application process. You will also be eligible for international scholarship, which I'll be covering more in details. And our Bachelor of Psychological Sciences sits on the Department of Psychological Sciences. So in terms of the majors that you can choose from under the health science degree, including our biomedical science, clinical technologies, health promotion, neuroscience, nutrition, psychology and forensic science, psychology and psychophysiology. So yeah, depending on what your interest is, you can choose from a variety of majors to study under the Bachelor of Health Science at Swinburne. So just to share, sorry, Saru, did you want to say something?
Yes, Venus, but I just had a quick question in regards to a few courses in the health sciences. First is for Bachelors of Nursing, as it is one of the most popular courses, students are applying for. And it's good to know the applications have already started for February 2022 intake, because that's the intake which Swinburne University offers, and they do not have a semester 2 intake right now. So now, ideally, I understand for Bachelors of Nursing, the English entry requirement is the most prominent, where student needs to have a 7 each in IELTS or equivalent exams like PT, OET. But then we know with AFRA, they do accept 2 sittings in the exams. Has Swinburne accepted such cases where students, score 7 across all bands, but in 2 sittings within a span of 6 months?
Very good question, actually. So we do, so at Swinburne University, we do accept up to 2 settings of English test, obviously with the best score. So yeah, we are not strictly limited to only one setting.
That's good to know, because many students, they struggle in one sitting, but sometimes, especially when it comes to writing and speaking, is where they know in IELTS, sometimes it's like just zero 0.5 in one band or the other band. And it's good to know that, Swinburne is accepting two sittings. So it's a relief for some students, definitely. The second question is, again, in regards to nursing, sometimes students have this confusion that, I do not have a relevant background, especially with mathematics. I know with some universities, they have this requirement that student needs to have studied mathematics in their high school. Is that a requirement with Swinburne as well?
It is not required for the math for nursing entry. So hopefully that's a good news for your students.
Yes, definitely, because I know with few universities, they have this as a strict requirement. So students from any background, if you do not have a relevant background as well as health, you can apply for Bachelor's of Nursing as long as you've completed high school. That's really good to know. And the other two courses in health sciences, which I wanted to ask was for their Masters of Occupational Therapy and Masters of Physiotherapy. So I am sure this year intake is already closed, but when is the next intake? Because these are the two other courses which are quite popular, and I know seats are always very limited with Swinburne University. So for Masters of Occupational Therapy and Masters of Physiotherapy, which are the next intakes available?
So both the courses, Master of Occupational Therapy and Master of Physiotherapy, they're only open for winter intake every year. So winter intake starts in August. So these two programs are quite special with their application deadline. Usually with the winter intake, the application deadline falls on April. So in this year, we close our application for 2021 winter intake on 1st of April. And with all the applications coming in for this intake will be assessed all together at the same time. So we are unable to provide any application outcome earlier than the closing deadline for this course. So because the course has already closed, the application has already closed for 2021 winter intake for Master of Occupational Therapy and Master of Physiotherapy. Hence, we now are taking new applications for 2022 winter intake. However, keep in mind the application closing deadline will be between February to April 2022, meaning we do accept new application coming in now, but we are unable to provide you the application outcome until next year.
Okay. Yeah, at least, but the students who are interested, they can submit their application. But yes, you have to wait till February next year for you to have an outcome of the application. That's good to know. Yeah.
And I also wanted to add just a little bit because these two programs, like the Bachelor of Nursing, the three of them are Trinity popular program at Swinburne University. So they are quota-based, meaning they are very highly competitive. So definitely I will encourage early application as possible. But because these three programs also provides placements as part of the degree, so we do require applicants to be in the country, in Australia, ready for the placement to start. So if the students are currently offshore, we will not be able to assess the application as yet until the border reopen. So we do highly recommend all the students that are currently onshore to take this great opportunity, because we do have spots for students that are coming from onshore, and we hope to be able to serve you all well.
Thank you for that detailed information, Venus, especially for these three programs, because yes, certainly they're very popular, and we do have applications already started flowing in for nursing as well as for physiotherapy for next year intake as well.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I'm just going to move on to the next study area, Saru, if that's okay, but we can come back anytime if you have any questions. Before we do that, just quickly share with you the student experience from taking the Bachelor of Health Science with Swinburne University. Ling has been working with the Royal Melbourne Hospital and has been really crucial experience for her professional development as well as personal development. It really helped the students to set the link between what they have learned during the first 2 years of university and also from the real work experience. So all this experience we see quite often have helped the student to land on their future job really easily. And this is another student, Felicia from Indonesia. He was working with the Eastern Health at Box Hill Hospital as respiratory scientist in 2018. And again, she really find this experience very valuable. Not only understand, how to put their theory knowledge into practice, but also have learned a lot from her peers and also her mentor. And Swinburne definitely have equipped the student with the fundamental knowledge about anatomy and also physiology, chemistry, microbiology, including biotechnology as well. All right, so as we're moving on to engineering, we can see civil engineers push the limits of innovation in a beautiful interplay between humans and technology. And the construction industry contributes 30% of human-caused CO2 and 40% of the global greenhouse gases. At the current rate, by 2050, our industry will be responsible for 25% of all human waste. And today, just 100 cities accounts for 30% of the world's economy. London and New York together represent 40% of the global market capitalization. In 2025, 600 cities are projected to generate 58% of the global GDP. So how do we overcome all these challenges facing cities? We need more engineers. So 75% of the infrastructure that will be in place by 2050 doesn't exist today. And most of the infrastructure will be transformative. Building tomorrow's infrastructure and smart cities requires new breed of civil and construction engineers, meaning it's not difficult to find jobs upon completing your engineering degree. So join us in this engineering field. What are your options? If you are entering into undergraduate degrees, you can choose between Bachelor of Engineering Honors, the 4 years degree, or the professional degree with 5 years in course duration, with the majors ranging from architectural engineering, civil engineering, digital construction management, product design engineering, robotics and mechatronics engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, biomedical engineering, and software engineering. If you're going for the master degrees, we have 3 options for you, including our Master of Professional Engineering that provides a professional internship training component for the 2 years program. Our Master of Construction and Infrastructure Management is a 2 years program as well. If you are looking for an EA accredited degree, Master of Engineering Science will be a suitable option for you. Your specializations for the master degrees by coursework, including renewable energy, sustainable manufacturing, engineering management, structural engineering and design, Industry 4.0 and system, advanced manufacturing, network systems and telecommunication, advanced manufacturing and network systems and telecommunication under the Master of Engineering by coursework at Swinburne University. And by taking your courses for engineering at Swinburne, you do get exposed to our flagship laboratories on Hawthorn campus as well.
Comes to these, sorry to interrupt, Venus, just quick questions around engineering degrees. Now, as you told, the Masters of Professional Engineering has an internship component included in it. So what is the duration of this internship?
So it's not the internship, it's the internship training component.
Okay.
It will take 6 months, so about 1 semester's worth. But sometimes, depending on the sequence of units, when students choosing their timetable, we usually say it's between 6 months to 1 year.
Okay. And when it comes to the professional degrees, for example, the Bachelor's of Engineering Honors Professional, the 1 year extra paid internship which the students get, does the entry requirement for these degrees have to differ for their normal degrees? Like the student needs to have something extra, like some extra interview round or some workshop, some work experience or some extra academic for them to enter into the professional degrees?
That's a very good question. It looks too good to be true, isn't it?
Yes.
With the professional degree in engineering, the difference between the standard degree is obviously the academic requirement. So at the moment with professional degree at Swinburne University, we're looking at getting the high school students from their BCE, so completing year 12 in Australia high school. Doesn't matter to be BCE or HSC, it can be from year 12 equivalent within Australia itself or from overseas provider. So with the HR requirement, that's their range score. HR 75 is required for the enter into the standard engineering honors degree. HR 85 is required for the professional engineering honors. So you can see the difference. We definitely want to pick the highest achievement, students, and to create that elite component of the professional degree.
Yes.
But having said that, if the students have entered into the standard bachelor degree, they still will have opportunity to transfer to the professional degree internally as well as current students. So basically, how to do that? Very easy. As I mentioned a bit earlier, all students, international, domestic at Swinburne University will provide access into a job looking system, internal job system. And the system will list all the positions, companies, and suitable opportunities, internship placements on that. So basically, students will need to go in. If they are doing a standard bachelor degree, that only means you don't get a hand-holding process of preparing your CV and interview. You have to do it on your own and secure a job yourself. It's not difficult. If you do get a job yourself, meaning we have to transfer you from a standard bachelor degree to professional degree, because the professional degree will allow you to work full-time and get that fully paid component as part of your degree. So if you are prepared to transfer between the standard degree to the professional degree, meaning you have to do it earlier. So if you transfer too late, chances are you're not suitable to start a professional degree. So usually professional degree starts from second semester, or first semester in third year. So give yourself a bit of timeline, at least by completing your first year of Bachelor of Engineering Honors. That will be the best time to transfer into the professional degree. I hope that answers your question. It's a lot of technical process, but that only means that we are not just saying what we do of providing a real industry experience. We actually know what to do and how to help our students to get to where they want to go.
That's really amazing. And it's good option for students who, where you told that the students can transfer between a normal degree to a professional degree as well, but they need to make that decision sooner, by the end of first year, where they have to choose that option and they can get transferred into the professional degree as well, because obviously they get full working rights, and they in the last year, and they have full-time work rights and work in one of the in their own industry and get that experience, and that too is a paid internship. It's not like, I know sometimes students think that to get an internship they have to pay something to the provider, but it's not the case. Rather, they are getting paid internship, and the packages which you mentioned ranging from 40,000 to 60,000 is really enticing.
Yes, absolutely. And let me just share with you all one of the experience from our student. This is Wendy Liu. She was completing her Bachelor of Engineering Honors professional degree, and was provided a professional placement in 2019, working as an engineer at the Melbourne Council. So during that 1 year, she was actually completed real projects, such as building intersections, council car parks, swimming pools, pedestrian walks, tennis courts, really helped to build the cities. And that's amazing. What is better is she was actually getting the 60K package for her position in that 1 year. And, as much as what we think it's too good to be true, she actually works so hard and she has maintained a very good relationship with her mentor. So at the end of the day, she was offered an ongoing base job. Wendy completed her bachelor degree with Swinburne University in December 2020, just last year. And right now, she's working full-time at the same place and continue to completing the projects that she has been assigned to. In Wendy's case, she didn't do her year 12 in Australia. So she completed her high school in China and joined Swinburne from Unilink Diploma of Engineering Packaging with the Bachelor of Engineering Honours Standard degree, because she helped herself to select the position and also the company, and went through the interview process as well, secure a job. So Swinburne University has helped Wendy to transfer into the professional degree, and so she can started getting the full-time, fully paid placement in 2019 and really smoothly graduated from the degree in 2020. So this is not a dream, right? This is really achievable. And our next story is Umanga from Sri Lanka, was also doing Bachelor of Engineering Honours, taking the internship at Metro Train Melbourne between July 2018 to July 2019. Umanga was part of the performance improvement team, where she requires to have in-depth understanding of the Melbourne rail network for operation and infrastructure betterment. What does that mean? Meaning when the signal is not working, the train doesn't go, right? So when the train doesn't go, everybody is frustrated. Her job is to liaise with the technical team to fix the problem, also with the team to provide a shuttle bus, and also to run a report and make sure that this can be prevented in the future. So a lot of things needs to be done, but it doesn't sound like a job for a student, but it is. So while being a placement student, you will learn a lot from a lot of challenges, a real challenge, and that's where you get to learn a lot faster than in the classroom. And that placement led Umanga to land a graduate engineer job at Rail Projects Victoria. So she's working there full-time now, as she completed her degree in December 2020 as well. All right, so let's move on to IT. Our next popular programs at Swinburne University, available both in the bachelor and master level. In the bachelor, including our Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, ICT, the 3 years standard degree, and the Bachelor of Computer Science, 3 years standard degree. Also, the 4 years professional degree in computer science, with the majors listed here. So this time I'm not going to read all of that. I'll let you go through that yourself. With the master degree, we're offering 5 master degrees by coursework, including 2 years Master of IT that is suitable for students that does not have IT background, but wants to get accreditation from ACS. And Master of Cybersecurity, also a 2 years program, same as the Master of Data Science. Master of Science Network Systems, it's a 2 years program, but it only has 12 units, meaning you'll be doing 3 units per semester for 2 years. And that will get you to be qualified for the post-study work right, doing 4 units less in that duration. And the same thing goes to Master of IT Professional Computing, MITPC. It's also a 2 years program, qualified for the PSW, but only will be doing a 12 units, so 3 units per semester. Okay. So IT is definitely on the rise with the impact of pandemic. Everything moved from offline to online. A lot of virtual events, virtual things happening. While there are opportunities on the cloud, also that do require extra attention on the security issue. So we are looking at increasing job trends in the cybersecurity, in IT, and also network systems, and also in the computer science as well. So we cover a lot of majors with great flexibility as well. So if you're not sure where to start from, definitely I would suggest you contact Saru and her team from Aussizz Group Australia. They will help you with their professional service.
Venus, with the IT courses, as you mentioned, for Masters of IT, the student from any background can apply for the course. Is it the same for the other Masters in IT courses as well, like the cybersecurity, data science, and especially with the Masters of IT Professional Computing, the 12-unit courses?
Very good question. So the answer is only Master of IT does not require a coding background. The others do require IT-related background.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that.
No problem. Okay, let's move on to some stories. So this is one of our Vietnamese students doing the Bachelor of Computer Science professional degree. Went on the placement in 2019 at BCS Digital Health. So Quan has completed numerous projects during the 12-month placement, including building several cancer trial registry apps, women's health survey software, Department of Health and Human Services, DHHS, Victoria, vaccination registry application, etc. And Quan was promoted to full stack position and was offered an ongoing base job for this role upon graduation. And the next one is Manura from Sri Lanka, also doing computer science professional degree with Swinburne, working at Income Motion. So Manura got to work alongside and learn from professionals in the industry and gain the valuable insights into the field of software engineering and technology. Manura had an amazing team leader who helped him navigate through the first time in the industry. At the end of his placement, the software he redesigned was proposed as a foundation to one of the company's new software products. And Manura was really thankful to Swinburne University for this amazing opportunity that really helped him to land on a really good position upon graduation as well. So it's really amazing every time when I share all this successful story of our international students, meaning we are really helping them to build a bright and successful future. All right, into the next part, scholarship from Swinburne University. Swinburne University, as part of the reaction to the impact from COVID-19 in 2020, we have announced a suite of very generous scholarship from the pathway programs to undergraduate programs all the way to postgraduate program. So they are the merit-based scholarship. Basically, we're looking at your academic merit, and the minimum requirement is WAM 60 for a 10% scholarship, WAM 70, 20% scholarship, WAM 80, 30% scholarship, WAM 90, 50% scholarship, WAM above 95 for a 75% scholarship for the entire course duration. So whether you're doing 3 years or 4 years or 5 years of bachelor degree or 1.5 years or 2 years of master degree, as long as you meet the academic requirement, you will be getting the relevant scholarship for your entire course duration. Imagine if you are high achieving students qualify for a 75% Swinburne International Scholarship, meaning you're only paying 25% of tuition fees, and you probably can give yourself a break without having to work so hard to support your own living fee in Australia, and you are able to focus or concentrating on your study. And if you do want to work out of your leisure time, that's totally fine as well. But that means you get to save up a little bit from your part-time job as well. So either way is a win-win. The next big scholarship is our George Swinburne Postgraduate Scholarships, offering our students, international students, a 30% scholarship as long as you meet our entry requirement into one of the courses listed here, whether it's STEM related master courses by coursework or all of our business master courses by coursework. The minimum entry requirement is completion of your bachelor degree from Australia or equivalent. And if you are fresh graduate, we do not require IELTS, PTE as English requirement. So basically, if you are completing your bachelor degree this year and you don't know what to do in August or the following year, this is your great chance to put in application into one of the courses listed here for a 30% scholarship for the entire duration without any other academic requirements. So you want to know more information? Saru knows it. All right, I'm just going to quickly go through the courses eligible for the 30% George Swinburne Postgraduate Scholarships, including our Master of Cybersecurity, Master of Data Science, Master of IT in Professional Computing. We also refer it into MITPC. The Master of IT, Master of Engineering Science, Master of Construction and Infrastructure Management. Into the business, including our MBA and MBA Executive, Master of Business Information Systems, MBIS, Master of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Master of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, double degree with MBA Executive, Master of Finance, Master of Financial Planning, Master of FinTech, Financial Technology, Master of Human Resource Management, Master of Marketing, Master of Project Management, and Master of Professional Accounting, Master of Professional Accounting Extended, Master of Professional Accounting, double degree with Master of Financial Planning, and Master of Supply Chain Innovation. So another update about the entry requirement into our business master courses by coursework is that we do not require any cognate background from your bachelor degree. But if you do have your cognate background, that means you'll be getting credit exemptions from your master degree. So all these master degrees are 2 years, but if you're coming from a relevant background, by getting the credit exemption, it might be meaning that you can reduce the course duration from 2 years all the way down to 1 year. So again, contact Saru and her team, and they'll help you with your application to Swinburne University.
Thank you for all that information on scholarships, Venus. Just had a few quick questions which students normally come across. Now, the first one is when it comes to the Excellence Scholarship, so that is applicable for all the courses, including the Bachelor's of Nursing, yeah?
Correct. I should also mention it's excluding only one course, and that's the Bachelor of Aviation and Piloting, because that's the course that will get you 2 pilot licenses with additional training courses with our partner in Moorabbin Airport. So that's the only course excluded from the scholarship.
Okay, and when it comes to the excellence, the STEM scholarship, the postgraduate. So in that case, as you mentioned, that students, even if they go for credits, say, for example, they get 1 year credits and they just have to study the remaining 1 year, do they still get the scholarship?
Yes, they do. If they do receive credit exemptions, they will still be eligible for scholarship.
Oh, I think that's really wonderful, especially for students with IT background. I would say they should definitely be considering the Masters of IT Professional Computing because it is just 12 units. And, if you get credit, say, for example, 4 units, so you do get 30% scholarship for the remaining 8 units as well.
I couldn't agree with you more. And same goes to our undergraduate degree as well. So if students are transferring from other university into Swinburne, usually they'll be getting credit exemptions as well. In this case, they are eligible for undergraduate scholarship too.
Yes. And is there any retention? I mean, with these scholarships, do they need to maintain some GPA for them to qualify for the scholarship in the next semester?
I'm shaking my head. So they do not require to maintain a certain GPA or certain rank. All they need to do is to make sure they don't fail. If
Okay.
they fail one unit
Yeah.
in the first semester as they are transition into Swinburne, that is okay. But if they are failing too much and it's concerning, then that's a bit risky. So yeah, to be honest with you, we don't require students to maintain a certain GPA to continue getting that scholarship.
Okay, that's another good point, to come across, because I know with many universities they have a certain GPA requirement. They have a retention-based scholarship, where every semester student has to meet that minimum GPA. But then it's good to know that with Swinburne there's no strict requirement for a particular GPA. So
Yeah.
you get 30% scholarship, you get 30% scholarship for the entire course. It's not
Yeah.
like, unless and until, of course, you are not failing too many subjects.
And the beauty of it is you don't have to apply separately for a scholarship. So all you need to do is to contact Aussizz Group. They will help you with your application and they will sort out the scholarship for you if you deem to be suitable for the requirement of a scholarship.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that detailed information, Venus. Just coming to the last part, what I wanted to know is the next intake for students. So, which is the upcoming intakes, and what is the application, deadline, where the last date for application submission, and when are the classes starting?
So semester 2 2021 at Swinburne University will be commencing on Monday, 2nd of August 2021. The last day to accept new application for semester 2 intake will be Wednesday, 21st of July, 5 p.m. The last day to accept your offer letter and you need to pay and apply for COE will be on 23rd of July, that is Friday. So we have a week after that to complete all the COEs, clear up all the outstanding applications and offer letters for the start of 2nd of August 2021. So you still have time to put in your application now. If you put in your application now, we will be accelerating the process to work on the scholarship assessment for you as well.
That's great, Venus. Thank you for that amazing information regarding the most popular courses and the scholarships. Just the last bit before we wind up for today is what will be the top USPs for Swinburne for international students?
I think with us, Swinburne University is really supporting our international students, especially during this time of COVID impact. The border remains closed. At the beginning of last year, we already starting our emergency student funds by issuing between $1,000 to $1,500 for each international student to help them go through difficult times. And especially during COVID and lockdown in Melbourne, our international student advisor team, ISA, are there 24 hours, 7 days to help students with their emergency situation, urgent needs. If they need to be taken to the hospital for COVID swab, we're always here to support our students. And I think during this time as well, a lot of students choose to remain in Australia instead of going back home. So we understand a lot of students also are experiencing hardships, including financial hardships. So hence, generous scholarships are here to help our international students. But other than that, choosing to study at Swinburne University, which is highly ranked in the world, and with the real industry experience provided as part of the degree, it couldn't be any more of a good investment like that, knowing that you putting your time and your money in a good place that will end up in a guaranteed job offer at the end of your degree. So, I mean, it's quite easy to see which university provides the best option and best package for you to choose. I hope that's a helpful information today from Swinburne, but I do welcome any questions coming in.
Yes, we have one question, Venus, from one of the students. His name is Jakia Sultana. He says, are overseas students allowed to apply?
Allowed to apply for?
He just mentioned that, probably he just mentions that is trying to ask, is Swinburne accepting offshore applications?
Yes, we do. We obviously open for onshore and offshore application. But representing from the onshore team here today, I've covered a lot of requirements for onshore students, but we're more than welcome if you are currently outside of Australia and are interested to study with one of our courses. Our courses are provided online while the border remain closed. But for students that are currently in Australia, they are provided with blended study mode. So the campus are wide open for them to take their tutorials and laboratory classes with the lectures delivered online because of a larger congregation.
Thank you for that detailed information, Venus. I think that's it from the questions side. Even I think I have asked a lot of questions already, which students normally have. But thank you so much for taking out time, especially in your busy schedule. With the intake coming closer, I do understand there's a lot of to and fro going for the applications. Thank you so much for your time today.
It's my pleasure to have me here. Thank you, Saru, and thank you to Aussizz Group Australia. And I wish you all the best, and I hope to see some of your students on campus very soon.
Thank you, and thank you all for joining us today.
Bye.
Bye.